So pair programming. Pair programming for code Chrysalis is very, very important. So what is pair programming? For software engineers, it is when two people work together on one computer. So we're sharing one computer. And it's most famous as part of a group of methodologies called extreme programming. This is a type of agile practice, if people are familiar with that. But it's a software engineering practice that some companies like to use. Okay. So a lot of people, not just software engineers, like to work alone. So why do we force them to work together? So 96% of programmers say that they like working alone. But what's interesting is 95% of them say that they are much more confident about what they do when they work with someone else. That confidence is very important. Okay. So, we will be doing some origami. And if I can get, yes, you will get that soon. So, I want you to choose who is going to be an instruction giver and who is going to be a folder. And here are the roles. There's two roles. The giver is going to communicate what to do clearly and effectively to their folder. The giver is also responsible for ensuring the folder knows what to do and why. We also want the instruction giver to review what the folder is doing. And you cannot touch the piece of origami paper. So if you are the instruction giver, you cannot touch this. The folder cannot see the instructions. So we will also be giving you instructions for how to fold this origami. Only the folder can fold the paper. And you need to provide feedback and support to the instruction giver. Okay? And you can't do anything not approved by the instruction giver. So ultimately, the instruction giver is the person that decides. Okay. So here are the rules. The person on the right is the instruction giver. So we will give the person on the right the origami instructions. And you cannot show the folder, okay? So if you are the instruction giver, you cannot show the folder, the sheet of paper that you will be getting with the instructions. Okay. The person on the left is going to be the person doing the folding. And again, remember, the folder cannot see the origami instructions or the image on the piece of paper. Okay. And the instruction reader cannot touch the origami paper. Are you ready? So, we want to do this to practice communication before we get started with everything else. You will have 10 minutes to try to complete this origami by working together and sticking to the rules. In the rules, we said that we didn't say that you couldn't tell them what they were making, right? Yeah, so in the back, what helped you succeed in the last part?
Last part, because it's quite difficult to explain, to make the final, to complete the final stage. But when I shared her that we are going to make a box, she could do that without any instruction.
So when you told her what she was making, she could kind of figure it out on her own. So for the instruction giver, did you feel frustrated? Did you want to show the picture? Yeah, very frustrating. Yeah, very, very difficult having to be so specific. You fold this to that is not helpful, right? How about for the folder? Did you make any mistakes? No? How about when the instruction giver, when your partner was stuck trying to tell you what to do, did you ask any questions? Okay. Did you give any suggestions? Like, do you mean this? Do you mean fold it that way? And what strategies did you try to come up with? Did anyone have a good strategy that they thought was helpful with giving instructions? Let's spend 2 minutes discussing with your pair some ideas. What could you have done to make the giving of instructions easier? Some of the strategies that people thought of. I think before the first one, make sure your partner knows what you are making together, what you're trying to make together. Can someone give me another example of a strategy? Yeah.
To tell how many steps we have, maybe some have, I think, to achieve the goal.
One way that in a previous workshop I saw someone do, and I thought it was so great, as they folded, they wrote with a pen, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and they said, okay, 3 to 2. So
Numbers.
Yeah. Okay, so we will be doing the same exercise again. So let's make sure. Now, if you were the folder, you are going to be the instruction giver. So, for the instruction giver, please take the instructions. So, new instruction giver is on the left, new folder on the right. If you are the instruction giver, please take the instruction. So, take the instructions and put it down. This is a good example of why we like to pair for anything. Team speed will increase. I think most of you made, almost all of you made a box in less time than the first time around. And I think they're also a little better looking maybe. So overall team skill improvement means the total team speed gets faster. So by working together, we can be faster. You can also help each other stay focused, right? You are working with someone else, so you have to focus on the origami. What's hard sometimes when we're working is our brain can get tired. You're doing one thing, your brain gets a little tired. What is nice about having a partner is when you are tired, they can push you and help you along. When they get tired, you can do the same. So you can be a lot more productive working together sometimes. And you get a chance to teach and learn. You learn quicker when there is a more experienced person guiding you, right? And also, if you are experienced, having to teach is the ultimate test of your knowledge. Richard Feynman, very famous physicist, said the ultimate test of your knowledge is your capacity to convey it to another person. So these are just some examples of pair programming. And it's something that we practice at Code Chrysalis. And it's something that we think develops good software engineers. So this was a good example of what it might feel like if you're coding with someone else. You have to give these very specific instructions about what to do. And that is very difficult. But if you practice, you get better, and they get better. And this is what we want to promote.